Hello everyone, this is Burvad Naik. Today we will going to study about viscous flow. Basically, what is viscous flow? Viscous flow means what? It's a flow which has Reynolds number less than critical Reynolds number. Means the flow is in laminar region. In this viscous flow, we will going to see three topics: flow through pipe, flow between two parallel plates, loss of heat due to friction. Now in this, we will going to see four basic things. That is, first is velocity profile. We will see what is the velocity profile of pipe flow, what is the velocity profile of parallel flow between two parallel plates, what is the pressure drop and head loss between two pipe ends, and numericals on all these topics. Today we will only going to see flow through pipes. Now to study pipe flow, we need to have some assumptions first. Okay, so the assumptions are like this. First is flow is laminar and one dimensional. As you can see, this is a pipe. The saffron color lines represents pipe. This is the cross section of pipe. This circular is a cross section of pipe, and this is the side view of pipe. Now here the flow of fluid is from this direction to this direction. So our first assumption is flow is laminar and one dimensional, and the flow direction is x direction only. Means the flow happens in this direction only, that is x direction. Okay, now velocity is constant throughout the pipe, but it varies only in r direction. So means if you take velocity at this point, okay, and if you consider velocity at this point, at both this point the velocity is same. But if you go in this direction, that is r direction, the velocity will change. We will see how this velocity change, but for now let's assume that the velocity varies only in r direction, that is this direction. Only friction losses are there in flow. Means the whatever the head loss, okay, whatever the head loss is only due to friction. There are no other other losses are occurring in this pipe. Next is pipe is circular and having radius r. Now this is basically not an assumption, but we need to specify that the pipe is circular. Next is flow of fluid is steady. Now to calculate shear stress and to calculate velocity distribution, we need to take, or we will take, a control volume, okay, of radius r and thickness dr and length dx. Okay, if you can visualize this in 3D, you can see that this is a cylindrical area. This ABCD is a cylindrical area of thickness dr. It's a hollow cylinder. It looks like a hollow cylinder of thickness dr and length dx and radius r. Now there are few forces that are acting on this control volume ABCD. They are, first force is force in this direction, that is force in this plane AB. Now on this plane the force is a pressure force, and we all know pressure force is equal to pressure into area. Now the area of AB is basically it's a circle, so area will be pi r square. So total pressure force will be P into pi r square. Similarly, if you go to the side CD, so basically the force will be pressure into area. The area is pi r square. Now this pressure force are acting in this direction AB and CD only. Now the shear stress will act on the surface of this elemental area. Okay, now we have already talked that we have already discussed and we have already established that this is a cylindrical area. This ABCD is cylindrical area. So whatever force that is acting on this side, same force is also acting on this side. Now the shear stress is a reactive force. Okay, so reactive force will always be in the opposite direction. Okay, so the actual actual force is this force P, pressure force, and the direction of force is this. So the shear stress direction will be opposite. Okay, and we can calculate shear stress ft surface is equal to here is equal to sign will be there, is equal to tau into 2 pi r delta x. So with this information, let's calculate shear stress, pressure drop, and velocity distribution in this pipe flow. To calculate shear stress distribution, let's take control volume ABCD in the pipe at a distance r from the center having thickness dr, that we have already taken and we have already talked about it. Okay, you can see this picture. So the force acting on this control volumes are, there are basically only two forces are acting. That is, first is pressure force on the sides of the cylinder and the shear stress on the surface. Only two forces are there. Now if you see, we have already assumed that the flow is steady state. Yes, we have already assumed that the flow is in steady state condition. So in steady state condition, this control volume ABCD will have zero force on it. So if you take a force balance of on this control volume, the force balance will be zero. Okay, so basically you can write like this: FP AB will be equal to FP CD plus FB F tau surface. And when you solve this uh, entire equation, you finally get shear stress tau is equal to minus dp by dx r by 2. Okay, now this is a shear stress formula for flow in pipe. Okay, now dp by dx is constant. It's a pressure gradient. Now pressure gradient is constant for shear stress calculation only. Why? Because we will calculate shear stress on a single plane. Okay, so here only r is a variable. As the r increases, if you put r is equal to 0, shear stress at this center will be 0, and as you go up towards the wall, your shear stress will increases. Why? Because your r is increasing, and at this top you will have maximum shear stress. Okay, so this is all about shear stress. Next is velocity distribution. Now to calculate velocity distribution, we need to calculate what is value of u for this particular plane. Okay, we will take sorry, for this particular control volume. Okay, so to do that, first, as we all know, that value of shear stress for any flow is how much? Tau is equal to mu du by dy. This is Newton's law of viscosity. Okay, now to apply Newton's law of viscosity, here we need to change this value of du and dy. To do that, what we are doing here, we will take y is equal to r minus r. Okay, y is any particular depth from center, sorry, from top to the center. Okay, so y is calculated from top to center, means wall to center. Yes, okay, now that will be how much? Y is equal to r minus r. So if you differentiate it, dy will be equal to minus dr. So we can replace this dy with dr. So our new equation tau will be equal to how much? Minus mu du by dr. So we already have shear stress equation tau. Yes, we will put this tau, we will compare this tau with our original tau. Okay, so this becomes minus dp by dx r by r is equal to minus mu du by dr. So this becomes du by dr is equal to 1 by 2 mu dp by dx into r, and as we integrate this with respect to r, you will get u is equal to this equation. Okay, and as we put boundary condition in it, so basically what is the boundary condition? At this top, your velocity is also 0, because the first layer will get stuck to this wall. Okay, so at r is equal to r, your u is equal to 0. Okay, so you finally get u, so you will get value of c. Okay, and when you put c, you will finally get u is equal to minus 1 by 4 mu dp by dx r square minus r square. So this is your velocity distribution. Now, as we all know, the velocity distribution and shear stress distribution in this pipe flow will be like this: tau is equal to minus dp by dx r by 2, and velocity u is equal to minus 1 by 4 mu dp by dx r square minus r square. Now if you compare this equation with the equation of line, you can say that your y is equivalent to tau, or your tau is equivalent to y. Your dp by dx will be is equivalent to dp by dx. Okay, and your x is equivalent to r or r by 2. You can take anything. Okay, so this entire equation represents line equation or equation of line. Now with this we can say that the shear stress distribution in pipe flow is linear. Okay, it increases from wall towards center. So at the center you will have zero velocity, zero shear stress, sorry, and you will have maximum shear stress at the top. Similarly, if you compare this velocity distribution equation with equation of parabola, you can say that the velocity distribution in pipe flow is parabolic. So basically y square is equivalent to r square here, and x is equivalent to u, and the other terms are constants. Okay, 4 into a, so a will be equal to mu dx by dp. Okay, so this completes our first topic, that is velocity distribution and shear distribution in pipe flow. We'll meet you next time with the next topic. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.